Hello everyone. This is the second part of a stream I started earlier. The stream was interrupted because I had to leave sooner than expected. Sooner than I'd hoped, I guess, is a better way of putting it. Anyway, I don't know for sure if the stream was recorded. I haven't checked yet, and it was the first time I was using Hitbox. If it did record, I think I will upload that video to YouTube separately from this one, so they're both videos available. The stream did go about 10 minutes into peacetime, but I'm just going to go ahead and start at the hour mark. And this is the first round of the Ultimate Team tournament, and this is Siem's team playing against Rom's team. Siem and Jero against W1ek, I think is what this guy's name is, but I'm just going to call him W1ek. And that's probably pronounced wrong anyway. Anyway, W1ek and Rom. And we'll quickly look at the peacetime armies to see what's going on. This is a very nice army from W1ek here. Rom had some problems early on, and they started collapsing on top of them. Very big shame to have things like this go wrong. These small mistakes add up in a tournament game, and so his army is below his normal standard. Jero went for a large base. It looked like right away. Early on, he had 4 pig farms very early in the game, and you can see this in the amount of skins and sausages he has in the storehouse. And he did also go 3 armor smithies early and then 2 weapon smithies later. All in all, I believe the strategy did not work, as normally when you're making many farms early on, you kind of just do a huge big late game base. He only has 6 farms, which is less than everyone else. Most players have 8, I think, with the exception of W1ek, who has 9. So Jero is actually a little bit behind in the late game in all aspects, except for he does have more food than anyone else. However, he has no stable, and you can see that his coal is in dire trouble, as this entire coal field has run dry, and he has only 5 coal mines running. So he's going to have some trouble with his coal in the near future, and it will continue for a while. And then we'll go ahead and look at, I don't know if I ever showed his barracks, but you can see it here. And then Siem, he has a decent job, but a little low on some weapons. And we'll see how this works out. Speed the game up. And we see a scout already by Siem, who gets hit by a rock. If only he went around the other way, around the tower. Sorry I'm so quiet. It's quite late, and I really shouldn't do shoutcasts when I'm tired, but I wanted to do this right away. I don't know who won, and I want to do a shoutcast of this right away before it is spoiled for me. But the consequences of that, I'm a little sleepy, so I'll try to stay awake, stay focused, and commentate as much as I can. I think this is a wise decision. They just have their entire army down here protecting Jero. There's no chance really to attack through here, and especially Siem's towers. These are actually pretty nice. And of course, attacking Rome up here is impractical. So location 4 is basically invulnerable. Location 2 is pretty close to the same. There's really not much that anyone they can do to location 2 either. So the reason that you're wondering if it's knights were going up here because Siem had a knight trying to breach to sabotage inside here, but the tower did kill it. But anyway, location 2 is very hard to attack as well, so it's not imbalanced in that way, but you can see both these locations, or excuse me, Jero's location here, it's quite a bit harder to attack than Rom's, just because if Jero's army and Siem's army are right here attacking, there's no chance for location 2 to get kind of a nice flank advantage. He can only really attack from right here. Over here he's a little out of the loop, which would be the comparison over here if Rom and W1ek are both here trying to attack. Then Siem has a ability to swing some couple knights over here, so, and especially since their scouting isn't going to be so great. If Siem had a tower right here, it'd be even better to block scouting. But they're not going to know if Siem has soldiers here, so a little imbalanced. I don't think the setup is good at all for 2v2. In fact, I think it's outright abysmal, but nevertheless, this is the game, and this is what I would do if I was playing against Hiramano. I would immediately send my army over and try to win early, but the thing is, Hiramano does not have a good late game location as is, and you can see his economy is not really well set up for it. He does have 9 farms now, though, as he recently constructed these. He's having some problem with gold, though, and some traffic in front of his barracks. He has quite a few extra serfs. Interesting how spread out their opponent's armies are. Normally, splitting your army up is not the best strategy, but we'll see how it works. It's outright impossible, really, to push from here. I don't see how it's going to be possible. Maybe with some pressure up here in the north, it can be more possible, but pushing across these lakes, it's really not a practical situation. And I think Rom realizes this, and he decides to bring his army back. It's a good decision, I think. Unless they severely outnumber them, really no reason to be spreading their army out so much. For example, if they're right here, if Rom's army, half of Rom's army is up down here, and he pushes, and Hiramano and Siem push up here really fast, it can be hard for this army here to assist, as coming through this area here is going to be difficult no matter what, but it's a very thin area, so... Okay, and that's kind of exactly what they did, and Rom did bring his army up in time to help. Very nice split from Hiramano with the knights, or from Siem with his knights. And, almost had pikes on horses. Very nice. But these knights' pikes are out of the loop. And here it is, knights on lances. It's never a good idea. Okay, I shouldn't say never a good idea, because with this many range, you can see they help clean up. And they get some nice kills. It probably would have been better to keep pushing, but I guess he's really trying to avoid these pikes, because the pikes definitely will kill the knights, and that's what they're going to do now. Oh my goodness, and I didn't think it would happen, but the Polish guys ended up winning that fight. By a lot. My goodness, I didn't see that coming. I thought Hiramano and Siem were winning that. And Hungry Tower, they're always hungry when they're not supposed to be. Slow the game down. I'm missing a lot of stuff. This game speed this high. And there it is, that's the game. They've taken too many losses, and not going to be able to come back from that. Alright, GG. Hiromuno ended up equipping the most soldiers though, which is nice. Siem was a bit far behind, but you can see the fighting was they really got caught out with their ranged and lost all their bows. And you can see a lot of Hiromuno soldiers were after the fact. You know, everything that put him over Rom, and Rom ended up having a nice army actually. It's quite nice to see. But anyway, Siem and Hiromuno have to test their luck in the losers bracket, and W1ek and Rom will continue.